Hey yo guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Mizoram Education Hub. Polity SET-2 ania rapid fire. Maseng rapid fire hi. Achang chuan rapid fire ni dona. Chang chuan ni don lawa. Video hi in like don ti ka share ka ring lu tuk chau ni. Mo chui wang chuan ka request vak lau chau nga ka ring lu tuk chau ni. Okay, so first questions to Okay, so first question. Which of the following country accepted the policy of dual citizen? More dual citizenship and country ang dual citizenship policy unaccepted. Chuan French nge France nge India nge China nge USA. The answer of this question will be USA. USA tang kasi nga USA chuan UK Austria Austria chuan Switzerland heng palia hian dual citizenship oma masing India Asia tangai ni India dual citizenship an accept lawa. So the answer of this question will be USA answer don tuna citizenship chungchang so lokela article 7 to 11 ani traina chuan part number 2 part number 2 ania no citizenship hi acquire dan enge ti chuan 5 ways oma by birth ania hami chu revision part ania hami ziak ve mai dona registration by birth, by registration, by descent, by neutralization. John 5th to incorporation of territory. Hemi acquire danania India citizenship nei danania maseng India ompe mi alota ila enge antinge kan country da omdu to ta ila enge method enge way a omti chuan ways pathuma oma number 1, number 2 and number 3 tahian kazia kanga ama sabara chuan renunciation ania chimza termination chuan atopa chuan deprivation heng hawi inthiam turani chuan inthiam chuan athalu tuka revision ania. Which of the following High Court has the maximum number of benches? So answer Allahabad High Court nge Kolkata High Court nge Guwahati High Court nge Delhi High Court. So the answer of this question will be Guwahati High Court answer ni dona ama chuan Guwahati High Court Assam High Court antitrina tahian kaziak nga 1st December 1963 state Nagaland ka ansiama and creator Nagaland his state ani nuwa chuan ani vele Assam High Court ka unrename nuwa aming tharchu High Court of Assam and Nagaland ani le deya chuan Northeastern Area Reorganization Act 1971 achuan hemi unrename nuwa chumizwa chuan hemi Guwahati High Court alo exisa maximum number of benches ahian engeng state nge aomti chuan tan kan ziak nga Manipur, Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Tripura le Mizoram. Extra knowledge tuna takhian total number of high courts engzat nge om ti chuan 25 ania oldest Hluiber High Court enge ti chuan Calcutta High Court hinia chuan atharber enge ti chuan Andhra Pradesh Telangana tan ka ziak nga Telangana ka handwriting chu boywak lo lamo ka thil se ngai tlaula chumi chu intlua ka indanga in setanga kami ga pai mozo ka tahian High Court Hluiber top 4 ka ziak nga ama sabera chuan Hluiber chu Kolkata hinia 1st July 1862 chimza second chu Bombay High Court ania 14th August 1862 third chu Madras High Court ania 15th August 1862 chan fourth chu Allahabad High Court ania chimichu 17th March 1866 heng how hi 1862 nia chunhemi hi kumli nuwa 1866. Okay, so tuna question number 28. Which of the following constitutional provision was borrowed in the Indian Constitution from British Constitution? Okay, tahian kan chekanga a judicial review procedure established by law, parliamentary privileges, suspension of fundamental rights during emergency. Okay. Pakatte tengan discuss potanga judicial review hichu U.S.A mo American Constitution atangin kan boro a procedure established by law hemi Japan mo Japan Constitution aminia suspension of fundamental rights during emergency hemi Weimer chu Germany Constitution atangin kan boro a masing option number C parliamentary privileges hemi khoi train nge kan boro di chuan British Constitution shen kan boro a British Constitution ni achumi wangchon tahian pahatteten kan revise anga engeng thilnge kan boro ti chuan parliamentary government kan boro a rule of law po British Constitution shen kan boro a legislative procedure po kan boro a single citizenship po kan boro a cabinet system po kan boro a chun parliamentary privileges and bicameralism po he tatanghian British Constitution atrain kan boro ka thil so hi ngai tlaula thadin ngai tlaula chu story angin ngai tlaula. Okay, so voi khat revise leila judicial review hi USA atrangin procedure established by law hi Japan atrangin ania chon suspension of fundamental rights during emergency hemi hi Germany atrangin kan boro. Question number 29, which of the following feature of Indian Constitution was not borrowed from the Constitution of the USA? Not borrowed from USA aniatro heng pali atrang hian pakhat kan boro lau USA atrangin ti nani chu fundamental rights chu kan boro chiang lutuka judicial review tun lokhan kasiyatro kami po kan boro achun preamble of the Indian Constitution hemi po hi USA atrangin kan boro a maseng DPSP hi no directive principles of state policy hemi ko train kan boro ti chuan Ireland chu Irish Constitution atrangin kan boro DPSP. Oh, okay, so tuna question number 30. The emergency provisions of the Indian Constitution, Indian constitutions were borrowed from. Okay, tuna question move ele mitam takin A and tick dona A chu Weimer Constitution of Germany hi and tick ngal dona basing chumi chu adik mi alonia Government of India Act 1935 hi a correct answer ani dona emergency provisions mu chuan answer turchu 1935 ania maseng muntam taka Germany in ziranga muntam taka Germany in tik pop dona hatan ka ziak nga azia kharanga wa ka sei papanga suspension of fundamental rights during emergency ani chuan hey Germany hi kan answer don maseng emergency provisions ani chuan 1935 hi kan tik don. Tuna tahan discuss lokila chu na china kasoidanan kan suspension of fundamental rights during emergency ti chuan Weimer Constitution of Germany hi kan answer ni dona chimizwa C hi Soviet Union atrangin enge kan boro ti chuan 5-year plans in shianga 5-year plans hi Soviet Union USSR atren kan boro a Constitution of U.S.A atrangin engthil nge fundamental rights ania impeachment po USA atrangin ana judicial review po USA atrangin ani so can answer of this question will be enge option number B Government of India Act 1935 exama emergency provisions of the Indian Constitution were borrowed from titase chon option a Government of India Act 1935 form which one khami kha in tik masak tur ani Germany kha in tik tur ani law thinai. Question number 31. Which one of the following provisions is not borrowed by the Indian Constitution from the Canadian? Okay, Canadian in Canada. Nachina British Constitution kan ena tuna Canadian kan enta tana. Federal system with fortified center nge appointment of state governors by the center nge advisory adjudication of Supreme Court nge nomination of members of Rajya Sabha enge kan answer ani don in shianga nomination of Rajya Sabha tachu ani leinem hemi chu Ireland amila mo Irish ania tahan kazia kanga Ireland train long kan boro hemi chumo Canadian Constitution train kan boro lawa masing Canadian Constitution enge a omti chuan advisory adjudication of Supreme Court hemi hi Canadian Constitution ania Canadian Constitution hemi ania appointment of state governors by the center hemi pohi Canadian Constitution hemi nia chuan federal system with fortified center hemi pohi Canadian amiri. So the answer of this question will be nomination of members of Rajya Sabha hemi Ireland amini. Question number 32. Consider the following pairs. Okay, appointment of state governors by the center hemi Canadian. Kasoi zauchia hemi chu adik don chiang lutuka. Nomination of members to Rajya Sabha hemi poi kasoi zauchia hemi Ireland atangin mo Ireland train and borowa. Chun election of members of Rajya Sabha hemi Irish anilo. So hemi tapani adiklawa hemi South Africa anidon hemi mo election of members of Rajya Sabha le amendment po South Africa tur mo tahian kazia kanga. So nomination of members to Rajya Sabha chu Ireland ania chuan election of members of Rajya Sabha tur chu South Africa. So our answer will be correct pair turanya chumi wangchuan only one he can answer. Question number 33. The concept of concurrent list has been conceived in Indian Constitution. Koi train nge concurrent list koi train nge kan boro hemi concept koi mi nge en country nge ti chuan kan answer turchu what will be our answer? Our answer turchu Great Britain anilawa, Constitution of U.S.A anilawa, Constitution of Canada anilaw, Australia, Great Barrier Reef Australia hi kan answer ni dona. Question number 34. What is not taken from the Government of India Act 1935 in the Constitution of India? Options: Federal Scheme, Judiciary, Public Service Commission, Fundamental Rights. Can answer chu Fundamental Rights in zona. Achan chu Fundamental Rights chu USA atranginania kan boro. So Fundamental Right Article number 12 to 35 ania. Chun fundamental rights Magna Carta kan the train Magna Carta of the Indian Constitution the train. So our answer will be option number D. Tuna revision atan Government of India Act 1935 provision enge om ti chuan Federal Scheme, Emergency Provisions, Public Service Commission, Office of Governor, Judiciary tiang veli koyange Government of India Act 1935 oma. Under which of the following act was the first Supreme Court established in Calcutta? Okay, first Supreme Court established in Calcutta tichun Regulating Act 1773 hemi answer ni dona. The idea of 5-year plan china pohan kasaya idea of 5-year plan koi train nge kan boro USSR atrangin kan boro a. First 5-year plan antikuma khan nge launch first 5-year plan chu 1951 an launch 1951 atrangin 1956 thleng ania. Jawaharlal Nehru a leadership la ania chuan eng model ange a based hemi 5-year plan hiti chuan Herod Domer model 5-year plan zong chu tahan ka ziak khar longa ajan chu asei dol de mo tam dol tuka. Second point ziak thei thawa ti hian mo 1956 atang in 1961 ania hemi pohi Jawaharlal Nehru a leadership a thawania chon eng model ange best ti chon a poi mo via PC Mahal Nobis model a besa chon second industrial development main focus ania chon first agricultural development a besa temo cha dang po tam lutuka 5-year plan nakina 5-year plan separate topic kasiyama ta chon kala explain vekanga. Tuna next question. The concept of impeachment was borrowed from impeachment to article number 61 removal anitamo removal of president koi train nge kan borrow ti chon hemi USA atrangin kan borrow hemi pohi. So USA train voi khat revise le lokila fundamental rights ania buai ngai mi alon yo fundamental rights ti chuan USA ania maseng fundamental duties ti chuan USSR atrangin kan boro a chumi wangchon FR mu chuan USA FD mu chuan Russia. So tahian vai khat kaziak nga fundamental rights independence of the judiciary judicial review impeachment of president removal of Supreme Court le High Court judges po USA atrang bokania USA post of vice president po USA atrangin ani The idea of amendment procedure in the Constitution of India has been borrowed from amendment na chinapohan ko sayotro amendment to South Africa atrangin ani South Africa atrangin initiate turchu election procedure election of members of Rajya Sabha tahan RS kaziak nga election of members of Rajya Sabha le second chu amendment po South Africa atrangin and borrow. The idea of liberty, equality, and fraternity was framed from France. Initiature. Achen ju repeat fire ang hai dona achen ju options they in anglom to go repeat renka in ning ya. Directive principle of state policy was borrowed from Israel and Lawa, USSR anilawa, Germany anilawa, Ireland mo Irish constitution atrangin kan borrow DPSP. Masang Ireland trangin Irish Ireland trangin DPSP Ireland trangin. Method of election of president koi trangin ngati chuan Ireland trangin. Chuan tuna next question. Okay, so tuna comment section answer to question. Allow to hami question hi last video mo polity wana kan kashil to cho chumi wangchuan hemi video hian comment section 9 lo danga which on the following article in the Indian Constitution cannot be suspended even during the emergency lie in ang article paninge president in a suspend thailo ti chuan enge answer ani don chimichu comment section in lo da nge turani. Okay, question number 41. Which of the following form of justice is not mentioned in the preamble of the Constitution of Constitution of India? Hemi inshia tangaya Indian Constitution achun mo three form of justice oma chu enge pakhachu social second chu economic chun third chu political hemi athavea etirnan amaponan low comment to ka video e video chu chuat no lai pon na kan thok lai pon mo alu kat lai pon tiang comment chu chiara no am ka tel teka olsam the win earphone fu apain kan ngai thlachina antiamo so nangni pon in tithea athalu tuka hemi hi mutlai pon mutmain thau nuwa mo engkem ati thea chaltuk alomom tukke matan pon chanang manitan pon chaltuka in revise thea so extra knowledge po kalo da zelanga so video chu in like nge turani in ignore turani mi alone your like button ka kami ka athlon ya free nya engma po poisa se ngai lawa so kami tal ka chu in thea ne. Okay, so question number 42. Which tildang ma'am yes answer kala sela trust so answer social anilawa economic anilawa religious hi answer ni don religious hi and mention low so the answer will be religious. Next question. Which act gave recognition to the portfolio system here poimonia portfolio system introduced by Lord Canning in 1859? Okay, hata trangen question tam takan siam thaini tu hun lai khan nge introduced the chuan portfolio system chu Lord Canning mo question number 1. Tuna question number 2. Portfolio system in which year ti chuan engtikuma khan nge an introduced ti chuan 1859. Question number 3. Tuna eng acting ti chuan mi kan question ya eng acting ti chuan Indian Councils Act 1861 hemi kan answer turni wekat kasoinon lenga. Which act gave recognition to the portfolio system introduced by Lord Canning in 1859 ti chuan a act mingchu Indian Councils Act 1861 hi anidona hemi acta enge unexpressed ti chuan member of Viceroy's Council kha department pakhat ai tam mo khami kha in charge an siam khami hun lai government in charge mo one or more department in charge an siama chimi chu Indian Councils Act 1861 hi kan answer ni don. Tuna question number 43. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Okay, members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by the eligible voters. Yes, directly elected by eligible voters. Sadika, money bills can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. Hemi poi dik Lok Sabha chi and introduced there. The Vice President of India is the ex-officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. Yes, option antinan ex-officio chairman of Lok Sabha chu tita se adik don lawa. Hemi sentence a correct lutukta. Vice President of India is always the ex-officio chairman of Rajya Sabha ni dona. Chon option number D. Option number D. President nominates 4 members of Anglo-Indian community to Lok Sabha diklo. Adik mi alawa amachon till 2020 thleng pani a nominate chin Lok Sabha. Ma seng tunari chuan 0 mo option a 0 chon in tick pop don ya. So option number D will be our answer. Hemi hi incorrect ani. Question number 44. Who said that the cabinet is the pivot around which the whole political machinery revolves? Diklu chaldu tunge tichuan Sir John Marriott. Hemi answer dona Sir John Marriott hi tunge tichuan educationist niya British hemi mo Britain mi educationist niya historian poni bakachon conservative member of the Parliament Britain mi. So question number 45. mi mitam takinan siya lang maseng voin achon inshiat nge turani. Which one of the following constitute the All India Services? All India Services eng service nge mo eng services nge service nge tichuan pathum chi trina chuchu enge Indian Administrative Service le, Indian Police Service le, Indian Forest Service. Heng pathumi All India Services chuanya maseng Indian Economic Services hi anivelo. So only 1, 2 and 3 will be our answer. Question number 46. Which among the following transferred all powers of the English East India Company to the British Crown? Hemi enge answer. Government of India Act 1858 here answer ni dona. Question number 47. With regard to establishment of administrative institutions in the British India, consider the following pairs institutions established by enge diklaw tahan kan check patanga. Which of the above pairs are correctly matched? Correctly antia. Okay, pakatatin kan check patanga. First, Joint Public Service Commission, Government of India Act 1990. No, adiklaw. Achanchu hemi 1935 tur. Zo kanya. Reserve Bank of India, Government of India Act 1935. 1935. Yes, hemi adik. Reserve RBI mo. Hemi Government of India Act 1935 anya. So Governor General of India Charter Act 1833. Yes, hemi poi adik. So option number 2 and 3 will be our answer nidona. Only 2 and 3 anidona. Tuna thilpahat hemi 1990 na chuan engean provide ber ti chuan Central Public Service Commission Civil Servant and Recruit theinan hemi thili an siama hemi CPSC an siama Central Public Service Commission hi an siama chimisu eng ekta ti chuan Government of India Act 1919. Question number 48. Dash is the chairman of Niti Ayog. Amasabara chuan Niti Ayog hi enge full form National Institute for Transforming India. Hemi full form niya chuan tunge a chairman nitrin ti chuan Prime Minister, always Prime Minister chairman an nitrina antikuma khan nge Niti Ayog an formation establishment year eng tikuma khan nge ti chuan 1 January 2000 sompanga mo kumsang nile sompanga an siama mi chuan Niti Ayog first vice chairman khatunge ti chuan Arvind Pangaria. Okay, so 48 chi amani mo. Okay, so voina ta ne tizong hi du tok rila chuan a video hi in like nge turani hemi hi comment section answer in low na donya. The next video kain hule tho donya. Thank you.